Welcome back to Emilee's Paper Caper. It's week 9 in my House Mouse series. I'm stamping with my entire collection of House Mouse stamps. I'll be stamping with these for this week, but first let's look what I created with last week's stamping. I decided to do some tags. This little guy is yawning. He has some jelly beans. This is very cute with the mouse kissing the bird. This could be a Christmas gift tag. He's eating a peppermint candy. I think these are adorable. They're sitting in a wreath, kissing each other. And then I had this Sentiment You Rock, and I just put it on a layered tag, and that was a lot of fun. The stamps I used last week were a lot smaller. Usually the House Mouse images I work with are larger like these. So let's take a look at what we're going to stamp with today. We have this one. It is called Slow Riders, because they're being pulled by a snail and they're on a skateboard. Aren't they just adorable? This is a large image. It is very detailed, and this one is called Rainy Daisy Day. I think they're adorable. They are hopping in the puddles. Here we have a beautiful image, Flower Parade, complete with hummingbird, which is one of my favorites. I just put my hummingbird feeder up. Well, my husband put our hummingbird feeder up, thankfully. And this one is called Potted Mouse. Isn't she just adorable? I always stamp on an old phone book or an old coloring book. That extra padding really helps quite a bit. And then I always use VersaFine ink. This, I have the most luck with VersaFine for a detailed image. It's a highly detailed image. Let's see how we do. Isn't that adorable? That's gonna be fun to color. Really cute. Do several of these. I'm still working on some Happy Mail packages, so I want to share some of these stamped images as part of those Happy Mails. And then I also want to be able to create with some of these. Oops, I lifted the stamp slightly and I blurred the image. So you know what you do in that case? You turn it over and you stamp it again. It's no big deal. It's just paper. Would I prefer to have perfect images all the time? Yeah, definitely. But it does happen. And it just happens. It's just part of paper crafting. Sometimes things don't turn out. Wow, this image is super cute. It's gonna be even more cute once it's colored in. Next week, come back and I will show you my completed projects with some of these images. Let's move along now to Flower Parade. Now, this stamp was small enough that I felt I could bring the stamp to the paper, or the stamp to the ink pad. But once I get to something a little bit larger, I find I have much better luck bringing the ink pad to the stamp. It gives me a lot more control over where that ink is going. So that would be my tip, would be to bring those larger stamps instead of bringing the stamp to the ink. Bring that ink to the stamp. And with a highly detailed image, I try to press on all areas to see what we get here. Oh, interesting. The image is upside down on the stamp block, which is totally fine. I don't care for how that turned out. The block was tipping a little bit, so we're gonna turn it over. We're gonna try it again. Good to know that that is on there backwards. It kind of just throws you off a little bit. Okay, here we go. I think this is gonna be much better. Yeah, that's much better. Let's do that a few more times. Bringing the ink to the stamp. The artist for these stamps, her name is Ellen Jarecki. Does anyone know Ellen Jarecki? I would love to be able to tell her how much I have enjoyed her artwork over the years, mainly through stamping, but I have had a few of her other products like a notepad, a t-shirt, a bag. Let's do one more. They say there's 6 degrees of separation, that someone we know knows someone who knows someone. So I'm hoping someone out there can get a message to the artist, Ellen Jarecki. She does incredible house mouse images. Let's get another piece of paper out here. Now this one is highly detailed. I'm gonna save it for last. It might be a challenge. Bringing the ink to the stamp. They are going to be fun to color. I think I can get 4 on this paper. It looks like they're on their way to a birthday party. They all have party hats and balloons, and this little snail is just gonna get them there. I hope they're on time for the party. Do you suppose they'll be late because the snail's so slow? Cute stuff. Wow. The skateboard they're riding on reminds me of a skateboard I had as a kid. It was lime green. I loved that thing. One more piece of paper. Very, very detailed stamp. These intimidate me a little bit, but I really should gain some confidence because this is week 9 of this series, and I've been successful so far. What do you think? I may have to stand up for this. Let's stand up. Other detailed images have needed to stand up, so let's do that. Okay, here we go. Here's the reveal. Oh my word. They're great, aren't they? All right. I think I can get 4 on this piece of paper. Cute. All right, a couple more. So cute. Let me know if you have any questions. I always love hearing from you. Keep on scrapping, stamping, and paper crafting.